I got asked to list my top 7 items in Act 1, so let's start. You can find the Wellspring Ring off Volo most of the time. It does jump between different traders in Act 1. Once you purchase it from them, it augments any healing ability to also bless them. This bless is 2 turns, it doesn't require concentration, and it's not just a spell. Potions will do it, long rests will do it, short rests will do it. As long as you heal HP, it will bless you. Aluve has been talked about non-stop on every medium. It's one of the best swords in the entire game. You could use your dexterity instead of your strength, so it opens up any kind of rogue or monk build. Its screeching ability makes everyone in that area take 1 extra d4 of thunder damage, and this stacks every time something hits. And everybody knows that magic missile blows it up crazy. It's super powerful, but here's a few things that I don't think you do know. Tavern Brawler's additional damage stacks on top of both your attack and the thunder damage d4. Same for the Harmonic Dueler's effect, where it adds your spellcasting modifier to your damage. It'll add it to your weapon damage and the d4 damage. And this one is less amazing, but the Druid's Halo of Spores reaction attack also stacks on a d4. You can find it in the Underdark, very close to the entryway to the Goblin Camp. Once you save a lady from a burning building in a place called Walking Rest, very close to the Blighted Town, she will give you an option of 3 different weapons. Definitely pick the PoopSparkler. The staff gives you lightning charges every time you hit someone with a spell. Lightning charges will increase your chance to hit and damage to all your melee, ranged, and spell attacks. Looted from a body in the crush, the Diadem of Synergy will, as long as you inflict a condition, add your spell modifier to all of your weapon damage, and this is absolutely helpful for any kind of dual wielding or dual crossbow wielding, ranged, anyone who hits a lot of time. Inflicting a condition is incredibly easy. Aluve's Screech Ring is inflicting a condition. If you get the Lithic Power, that adds displace to all your push or move attacks, that's a condition. Basically everything is a condition, so if you're running some kind of magic melee person, this is an absolute must to have. Also in the crush, the Unseen Menace is a +1 pike that is purchasable from a vendor. On first glance, this is a pike that just says it's invisible, but deeper dive into the condition of invisibility, it turns out that all of your attacks with it are advantage until you miss. And while your attacks are at advantage, you have a -1 to your crit ratio. This is probably the most slept on weapon that I can even think of. It's an absolute must for any kind of crit fishing paladin. It's a 2-handed weapon, so you can use the Great Weapon Master to get a +10 to all your damages, and because you're hitting with advantage, the -5 penalty isn't so much to deal with. And from the same vendor, they sell the Gloves of Dexterity, and these gloves are a 100% buy every time. No matter what, someone in your party could use an 18 dexterity. These gloves override whatever score you have in dexterity to make it 18, giving you a +4 modifier. Sure, you can use them to dump your dexterity slot and focus on the other ability points in a build, but the magic of these gloves is it will turn any person into a melee and defensive character. Dexterity can be used for both attacking and defensive. I mean, automatically you have a +4 in your AC and a +4 to hit, and if you're proficient, that's +7. The Mourning Frost is a staff that you can combine from 3 different pieces inside the Underdark. The staff is pretty sick. It does a bunch of things. On first glance, it kind of was overwhelming when I first looked at it. +1 damage to your cold attacks. You know, well, whatever. Free Ray of Frost cantrip. Yeah, whatever, cool. But inflicting a target with chilled is absolutely dope. It makes them vulnerable to cold in the first place. So think twinning a Ray of Frost cantrip to spike 2 people with some cold damage. Now they're vulnerable to cold, and then dropping an ice storm on top of everybody. But if they get wet after, they're now vulnerable to bludgeoning, making the Mourning Frost one of the coolest and sickest monk weapons there is. I mean, imagine getting your Tavern Brawler monk already hitting in the 20s to 30s, and now everything he punches is double damage. Hey, thanks for liking the video. If you liked it, I appreciate a like and a sub. If not, hey, well, maybe next time. Sorry for the outfit. I just got done filming another video, which will be on screen. Go ahead and click it to check it out to see why I'm dressed so stupid. We'll also be moving our polls to the Discord, so if you wanted to participate in voting on what build picks next, well, jump on in. There'll be a link for it in the description. Okay, bye. I love you.